Hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Who are we gonna go for next?
Well, let's go see Yuri. Sure, why not? Ooh, I like this one, Fry. It has some nice feelings in it.
Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out poems, if good or bad. I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself for once. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt by it at some point.
Eh?
Yeah?
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. No.
Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Make it a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
When I'm poetic.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
Please.
No.
Aw. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Fry. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Here we go.
Bottles.
I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, why is it squiggly? It's just the way it's written, or?
Yeah, I think it's just the way it's written.
Yeah. Happy bottles, happy bottles, happy bottles, all in a row. Yeah, that works. Happy thoughts all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes a friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. What the fuck?
Holy crap. Siri, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Even if it helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gone pretty passionate about this, huh? Keep trying to read my fucking lines.
I'm gonna punch this wall every time.
I hope you keep it up.
That actually hurt. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later.
Ouch.
I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Oh, that's it? Alright.
Who shall we go for next?
I wonder.
No. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Fry. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to... Fuck. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain just like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable a reader to see into your mind. It's very intimate. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem.
Whoa.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an...
Unordinary?
Unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to follow me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic
Pavlovian.
Pavlovian conditioning. A slice of bread, and I feel myself again.
Feed.
Feed. Oh, feed myself. I was like, feel yourself again?
Yeah, she is the raccoon. I think that's the message.
Hmm.
Here it talks about feeding the raccoon, and then she says she feeds herself again.
Interesting.
Rack.
Rack.
Get racked.
Get racked. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it face to face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. It's just struggling. Well, I was like, why are you not fucking going to the next one?
Sorry.
I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest. Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it didn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean... Does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's not my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Bet Sayori's done nothing. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing! Performing?
Monica.
Yeah, we're going to be having poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. It's not going to fucking work. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Yeah. So Yuri's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys, No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put each put a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Saria looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Saria and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
Aha! That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way!
Monica, this is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite a new poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through the notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem.
Her clear, confident voice fills the room.
I accidentally took the narrator voice there.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck it. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Saria looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next.
What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri phase 2.
Yuri phase 2. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into a sharp syllabus of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates the perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head.
She is a demon.
She is a demon. Suddenly she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her.
Snap back to reality.
No. as she bewildered even herself. It's time for me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds her poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Hey. Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
And you will get to speak on the next episode.
Yes, you will.
So, pick it up again in episode... What's this one?
This is episode
9?
Yes.
Yes. So pick it up in episode 10.
Yeah, double digits! Woo! And 8 more episodes. Sorry, no. 9 more episodes until we're allowed to drink.
By then we will have to be drinking to hide the pain.
Maybe.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yay!
Bye.